first time I've come into this room, not with a win. So definitely not a feeling that I want to get used to. Oh man, yeah, as gut-wrenching a defeat as I can remember in my career. Hate it for the guys in there. We fought our tails off. We fought so hard, and had what a great surge there in the fourth quarter to take the lead, and obviously we're one play away, and give credit to Utah. We've had 3 great games with them. Great competitors. It's a heck of a ball game. Wish we'd played a little bit cleaner. Thought we had some opportunities, especially during the first half, to separate a little bit. Didn't get it done. Stalled out kind of offensively there in the second and third quarter, and able to kind of get it going there a little bit at the end. Thought defensively we battled all night. Obviously had the huge pick 6. Had some really big time plays. Obviously some big plays in the kicking game as well. So yeah, it was a good heavyweight battle. 2 good football teams going at it, and came down to the last play. So I'm, locker room's, pretty torn up right now. As it should be. We've had two tough losses in a row, and obviously how any of us scripted this, but you can't script it. It's college football. It comes down to little things here and there, and we haven't quite played clean enough. Here the last couple of weeks to take advantage of it, because we have played very hard. The guys really sold out. We got a lot better this week in practice, and again, our fight cannot be questioned. We got to play better. We realize that. Also important for us to take stock of, we still sit in a very advantageous position in this conference. We've got some big opportunities coming up. There's a lot left that's going to happen, and if we'll continue to fight and prepare the way that we did this week, we'll have our chances. So we got to get past it. Got to get on to the next one. We're on we're kind of in one of those tough stretches that you got to go dig yourself out of. This is when you get tested as a program. You get tested as a coach and a leader. You get tested as all the staff members, all the players in there. It's how committed are you to what we're building, and in this toughest time, maybe one of the tougher times that we've had here in a few years, do you pull closer to that, right, or do you start to drift away from it? And that was our challenge to the guys in the locker room. And I believe in the young men we have in there. I believe in the staff members that we have in there. I very much believe in how we'll respond, and we'll get a chance to define it. That's a beautiful thing about this game. And proud to fight. We got to play better to play up to our capability. But I still know that there's a lot out there for this team, even though some people will count us out. That's okay. There's a lot left for this team. Excited for our journey here the rest of the way. Still a lot left to play for. With that, we'll go questions.
Thank you. You guys only scored 1 touchdown in the final 3 quarters. What happened offensively after the first 2 quarters?
Yeah, we stalled out there on a couple of drives, had a couple of big penalties, some negative plays, had a few opportunities down the field that we didn't make. The turnovers / kind of hanging on to the ball, still plagued us a little bit. We obviously didn't turn it over as much as we did the week before, but the fumble was a big play because we had some momentum in that drive, and then Caleb kind of lost hold of one there at the end. We definitely played a lot better offensively than we did the week before. I mean, listen, they're one of the best defenses in the country. We were going to make some plays, they were going to make some plays. All the games like them have been like that. But we missed some big opportunities. I'm glad we got it going there at the end, obviously. But just got to play a little bit cleaner. Got to take advantage of it. Got to hang on to the football. And we've been such a good, hang on to the ball offense and a turnover team defensively. And we obviously had the big one there at the end defensively. But last few weeks, obviously, that's plagued us. And against 2 of the better defenses in the country in the last 2 weeks, that's the margin for error, right? To play really good and be successful, you got to be really sharp. At times we were really sharp, and at times we were not. And so obviously got to play better there.
Lincoln, what went wrong on that last drive defensively?
We had a 15-yard penalty with all the momentum in the world, and then we gave up the big quarterback scramble on the play before the field goal. I mean, I thought we were in great calls. I thought we had a ton of momentum. The Bears Bear's been an awesome player for us, and he was really broken up about the penalty because, that was the one that really gave him some life, and you had him backed up, and, pass rush was starting to get home. We were covering them pretty well, felt like we were in great shape, and, they had a 4 or 5 yard play, all of a sudden turns into a first down and a 20-yard play, and he was trying to pull up. But just kind of one of those plays, and that was the big momentum one. And then we did a great job kind of regaining momentum and pushing them back. And then obviously the quarterback scrambled there at the end. Obviously hurt us and put them in pretty advantageous field goal range.
You mentioned that the offense kind of stalled out in the second and third quarters. What did you see out of the balanced attack? Did you guys need to be a little bit more ground heavy?
You can always say that, it's, when I've been asked about play calling in my career, I mean, that's, hindsight's, obviously always tells the story. At times we ran it well, at times we got stuffed. We had some big plays in the passing game and missed a couple others. So, I think we could go back and look at it, and, a third and short, that's a pretty good call that we get stuffed on and miss the block. I had a couple of calls certainly that I'd love to have back. We had a couple of throws we'd love to have back. I mean, it's kind of, I don't think any group was terrible, but everybody kind of, including me, had a few mistakes, and you can't make that against good teams. And when we didn't make them, we played well, but obviously it's got to be better.
Coach, you just said that you made a few mistakes as a play caller. How do you need to evolve as a play caller to get the team back on track?
My job to get better just like everybody else. I've had I think, okay track record calling plays, so confident in my ability and our ability to do that. But we got to all be better for each other. That's called football. Like, you're all in it together. And so I'll never sit up here and say I did it all right and guys made the mistakes. We're all in it together, and our success is tied together. Our failures are tied together, and so we got to all come back to work tomorrow with our heads up, ready to get better and go attack this challenge. And I can promise you, this team and program will get that out of their head coach.
Lincoln, this team had national championship aspirations, college football playoff aspirations. Does it feel like 6-2, you guys have fallen short of a goal, and how do you kind of reframe expectation, going forward?
Yeah, we're in the middle of the season. It's just that's a dream world, right? You're fighting your ass off every single week. Like, we don't come in every single week talking about winning a national championship, going to playoffs, and I don't know where that narrative starts. You come in every single week trying to fight your tail off to go play well and win a ball game, and it's a strain every week to do it, and it's a fight every week to do it. We've won a hell of a lot more here than we've lost. Are we satisfied at all sitting here at 6-2? Of course we're not. I mean, it's as much as it hurts anybody on the outside, I promise you it hurts us 10 times more. And but just having been in this a little while, you tend to, when you get too focused on the outside things, which I think at times maybe our team has been, then a lot of times you miss an opportunity right in front of you. And that's what's so important for us to see right now is, are we, do we have a nauseous feel in our stomach right now? Yeah, it kills you to lose a game like this, especially when you fight your tail off and have an epic comeback like we have, because it was an epic comeback against a damn good football team. But do you let it defeat you and take you away from the things that you've built over time, the momentum in this program, and then the honest opportunity? It's not coach speak. It's not trying to create like something that's not there. Like, there is a real opportunity for this team right now, and this team can do it. Now we got to play better. Right? We got to play cleaner. We got to coach better. If our fight stays like it would be tonight, we'll have a shot obviously against anybody, and we got some cool opportunities coming up. So we got to get ready for those. And what a hell of a story it would be.
What makes you feel that at times the team's been focused on other things or distracted a little bit?
It's some of it's, you can pretend as a coach that like those things don't exist. You can kind of duck your head in the sand, and in a perfect world, would every single player, staff member, everybody in your program just be so hyper-focused that they don't hear noise on the outside or outside expectations or all of that. But that's probably not reality either, right? There's so much out there. Like the world for these guys, especially these kids, man, it has changed so much. I know we always say it. It makes me sound old saying it, but it really has. And if you let the outside set expectations, you're always being measured up against that. And I think for us as a program, we're finding a little bit here in year two, like you kind of take it, you zoom out here a little bit, not just where we're at right now, but just the evolution of this program. Last year, year one, expectations wherever, kind of all over the place. We come in and probably by and large overachieve in a lot of ways. And I think fair to say that the team last year probably did overachieve. Okay, year two, this is a different step, right? Everybody expects you to be good, right? Everybody expects that you could have a championship caliber team. And when you're constantly trying to live up to those expectations, you can kind of fall away from maybe what put you there in that position in the first place. And you can let disappointment of not playing perfect, or when you won by 20 and you didn't win by 40, and all the outside noise that comes with that, like it can get to you. And I think at times, fair to say, it's got to this team. And I don't think in a negative way, but we've had to really fight the urge to I think we've really had to fight to keep things on our own terms. And I think that's so important. I think that's part of our progression as a program. I think when you haven't been in this position in a while, it takes time. And it's gonna take some scars, right? It's gonna take some tough lessons to learn. These are lessons that like we couldn't learn last year. Like it wasn't like this. It didn't feel like this. And this is part of our progression, and it sucks. I mean, it kills you. But this program will be better for it, because for the first time in a while, there are going to be championship expectations here, and those aren't going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Like we signed up to do this thing for a long time, and so I'm heartbroken for the team right now. In the big picture, this program will get more ready to being back on the stage that was at for a long, long time, and look forward to being a part of that, and a lot of great memories ahead. And I think if we'll stick together as a program right now, just this team right now, zooming back in, I think there could be some pretty cool things ahead for this team, and I'm appreciative to be along for the ride.
Thank you, Coach
All right.
Riley.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And that will be the only